We're here today to introduce you to Xilinx's new software-defined specification environment for networking that we're calling SDNet. But before we get into the details on SDNet, let's take a moment to talk about softly defined networking. Softly defined networks is taking an extension to the concepts of SDN and NFV. So in software-defined networks, what customers are looking to do is open up their northbound APIs, enable the whole industry to build applications on their equipment instead of having locked-in applications. With softly defined networks, we're now opening up the whole hardware data plane. So you can actually program the hardware from a software context, right? So instead of having a very rigid southbound API that's tied to the exact silicon underneath, we're now opening up to have a very rich southbound API from your control plane into the hardware underneath. SDNet enables softly defined networks through Xilinx all programmable devices and SoCs. From that standpoint, having a programmable hardware platform is kind of the key underlying technology that enables that. And what we're doing is changing that programming model that has been normally an RTL-based programming model into abstracting it out all the way up to saying what packet processing application I actually need to implement. This, in essence, is what is enabling the softly defined network. We designed it from the ground up to be as simple as possible to use within the context of our all programmable tools and flows that we already have in place. The language is extremely simple, right? It's very intuitive, it's very simple. You can have the system architect write a spec in the code that we provided, and then it automatically gets compiled and optimized into the hardware platform of your choice. Furthermore, then that implements the exact services you need on that particular device without that FPGA design expertise required. That's hence the reason for providing this level of abstraction. Then that can get combined in with our common IP framework that we already have available in our current Vivado tool suite, where you can combine it with other IP. You can even incorporate your own IP into the flow. So that's a very key capability that still allows you to differentiate your systems in their networking applications. SDNet has several different capabilities and benefits to the end designers and system engineers and system architects. So number one is its wire speed, right? So you really don't have to think too much about, am I doing 100 gigabit or I'm doing 10 gigabit and I have to go change my code and everything. It handles that for you. You can use the same code and target any one of those rates, right? It's also protocol agnostic. You simply lay it out how you want, what you want it to do across all of these different protocols. Furthermore, it supports Hitless Updates. So you can have a Hitless Update in service on your device. So what does that mean? I want to program a new application. I have to enable a new capability, but I do not want to interrupt service on my existing services that are already going through the device. So now I can do that in a hitless fashion. It'll do on a packet boundary, switch over to the new capabilities that you programmed in without impacting your existing services. SDNet enables you to provision exact services from core to edge in a number of different ways. Again, back to our all programmable devices. They are a scalable silicon platform. They target 1 gigabit applications that are very low-end devices, that have a very low cost and power footprint, all the way up to our terabit capable devices, right? One platform, and they all have, now we're enabling it to be programmed with one programming model. We at Xilinx are excited to bring SDNet to market. We believe it is a disruptive and revolutionary technology to enable you to implement your packet processing applications in a whole new way in your equipment. I encourage you to take the time to watch the video to understand that this technology is real and it's available today.